This is Last Roundup Horror Show. I am Frank, and with me, as always, we got the whole crew. We got Jason, we got Randy, and we got John.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fast.
that's much better.
Let me get my notes here. We're talking about a couple films. Me and Randy picked these babies out. He picked his first, and then I saw it was directed by Spider One from the future. Um, Rob Zombie's brother. I forget his real name, but regardless, uh, we're gonna start out with the one that I picked because it's an earlier film, Allegoria from 2022. Summary for this film: a timid actress, a tortured painter, a pretentious writer, a psychotic sculptor, and a rock band all become entangled when their insecurities manifest themselves into monsters and ghouls. Written and directed by Spider One. He didn't feel the need to bring anybody in on these projects.
Full control.
Yeah. Uh, right off the bat, I gave this movie big props because they kick things off with John Ennis. And I don't know if you guys know who John Ennis is. He was the acting coach, but he is from Mr. Show. If you are a fan of Mr. Show, you know John Ennis.
Okay.
You've seen him in a bunch of other shit. He's got 188 acting credits, and I'm always happy to see him when he pops up someplace. But he was the strongest actor in this movie and the best part of this movie, I think. But he's spitting all over the place. It's almost
Yeah, that was awesome.
I don't know. It had to be on purpose,
Randy,
right? Like
if your acting director,
he was
your
going for
acting coach isn't like this, demand your money back.
Right?
If you don't
There
see
you
that
go.
kind of passion and commitment, just walk out.
he's
I
got to
got-
be spitting in the sunlight. So
two weeks until those start. I'm getting a little nervous. So
nah, you'll kill it.
Yeah,
Uh,
you'll be all right.
But I liked this a lot. This little part up here at the beginning. I like how they shot it because you can see his spit in the sun. I thought it was sunlight, but it's spotlight. It's really intense. It's good camera movement. I liked what was going on, but like every single segment in this movie, it's just abruptly stopped and ended. It's because there's not a middle part to any of these stories. It's just a beginning and a conclusion. There's no rising action. There's three parts to a story structure, and he's missing one in every single segment. But the first segment is really short. It's the acting teacher. This girl who's real timid kind of becomes a demon, and then it just goes on to the next thing. I did like the intro credits. It gave me like an indie kind of movie kind of vibe. I like the way it looked, the music, and it was kind of cool. But the second segment's about a really annoying painter who's like toiling over this work seemingly, but it's bad. It's a bad painting. It's just a bad art, and he's kind of cocky. He thinks, he's doing important shit. But fuck, man, this character is so unlikable. I just didn't give a shit. Uh, the creature's pretty cool. Uh, but once again, I don't know what's happening. So like the dude's stomach starts hurting and it's like crippling him, and then all of a sudden they like trade places. I guess he trades places with the painting creature thing that he made. I don't know. As we go along, I realize the part of these stories that's missing is the middle part. The third segment's about a writer who is seemingly writing a horror movie better than this one. Um, once again, you're introduced to a character, and then they almost immediately are killed uh, by their creation. There are cats killing each other in the next room right now. It is insane. I don't know if you saw my camera move there, but that was part of it.
Oh,
Jesus
jeez.
Christ. Yeah. They're fucking all my shit up. They don't like each other, I guess.
I see it moving.
Get out of here, you motherfucker. Get on out. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to fucking go.
So before we go too much further, is it so the what you're calling the first story? Isn't that the wraparound,
Kind of.
right?
Yeah.
So all right. So the last story
is her story. That's like the
that's
story.
the fourth story, but that's connecting the wraparound.
They try to
literally
kind of
wraps
connect
around.
all of them. They try to connect them in some way, but they're all just unsatisfying stories. Uh, there's some decent effects work, especially when the guy's wrist bone breaks and through the skin. That was kind of cool. But yeah, the fourth segment about the sculptor on the date with the nerdy dude. Uh, there's no twists or turns in this one. You just like it's like it tells you what's going to happen, then it does the thing, and then that's it. That's the thing. But halfway through the movie, they return to the actors from the first story. Like they try to touch back on everything, but it's not enough to connect it all together. I don't think. The band that they showcase at the end here is pretty terrible. The girl's just screeching about being a spider. It was. I
I
want.
knew it was going to be screechy too. I knew it. I knew she was going to be screechy.
The ending doesn't really wrap anything up, but it ends without any sort of resolve at the same time. Like it does both things badly. It doesn't really connect anything, and it just kind of. Who cares if this girl turns into a demon? I don't care. I don't care how she does it. I don't care what happens. But overall, I think you can see his skill in putting this together. I think it shows some of his ability, and I assume it was more of a look what I can do kind of thing than anything. The runtime is real sweet. I like it. It's hitting just over an hour. Uh, it's not unwatchable, but I can't give anything more than a 4.
Nice.
So
I uh I echo all of those same sentiments. I thought it had okay acting for something this low budget, and I really liked the opening a lot too. I thought that guy, I wrote, do daily deeds diligently. Did you guys catch that
Do
over and over?
daily deeds diligently.
Diligently, yeah. And I am the king.
Yeah.
Those are two things that I jotted down. I thought there were decent VFX for such a small budget. I liked the piano music that they had was ominous. Um, yeah, with Frank, quick runtime. I don't know if you guys know the guy that played the painter. He's an actor. He was in Terrifier 3. Plays the uncle in Terrifier 3.
yeah,
Only watched that once. I can't remember.
Okay.
The
Well,
uncle?
yeah, the
yeah,
uncle.
he's
And
the guy that
they
it's
crucified
they
at the
have
end.
him. Yeah, they have
Yeah,
him crucified at the end.
yeah.
Remember?
Ah, okay.
But his name is
No.
Bryce, and in real life, this is a nice little side note. In real life, he is a Bigfoot hunter, and he has a show on the Travel Channel called Expedition Bigfoot,
Oh
and
Lord.
they're the closest to catching Bigfoot on camera I've ever seen anybody be. Either that or he is a liar. So,
He's a
uh,
liar.
yeah,
He's an
He's a
actor,
liar.
not a liar.
Spoiler alert.
it's a nice little side note. If you guys aren't watching, check it out. Expedition Bigfoot. It's freaking great. But again, I'm with you. This felt like an anthology, but it was even more disjointed than a normal anthology is. A lot of the stories didn't make much sense, and they just ended abruptly. Um, it, I just hate how there's all this potential, but it didn't really go anywhere. Um, it is something I would recommend to somebody to watch once, like we were doing now. But I'm with you. I can't give it like a 5 out of 10. I would tell somebody you're going to watch this and probably not like it, but it's neat to see this guy's first attempt at something. So
Yeah.
All right.
Who's
Go
So
for it.
oh wait, did you call for Jason?
No,
no? I
go for
said
it.
who's up?
Oh, my bad. Okay, yeah. So I love the opening credits too, guys. That was like a bright spot for me. It gave me like Kubrick Clockwork
Do
Orangey
I have do I
vibe.
have the wrong movie? It wasn't it just loud noises, just a
It
wasn't
was
that
like
the
it was
opening
the bright
credits?
colors, it was the font. But yeah, right. It wasn't any
Yeah,
it wasn't
it
Yeah,
wasn't like
it
the
was like a
sound
loud
designs
it
all
was
over on this
it was
movie.
reminiscent of the I don't like he's saying Kubrick, like the weird a
yeah,
weird kind of
yeah.
basic I mean, it was real simple, but it had a certain charm to it that
Yeah, it was like impactful. The colors were I like the colors. They were super bright.
I was instantly pissed that I had to turn my TV down because it was just so freaking loud.
It
And it was
was
just the
loud.
credits. I'm like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Are you
Well, this
trying to
Rob Zombie's
scare me?
brother. It's gonna be loud.
Yeah.
well, you're in for some creepy shit, so be prepared, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, cool opening credits, cool music. The acting class, now that I know I didn't recognize that guy, but I'm sure I've seen him. I didn't watch Mr. Show and all that stuff, so I'm not really sure who he was. I was just like, this dude's fucking intense. And he probably smells his own farts. But he crushed it though. Cool makeup all throughout, cool effects.
Mhm.
I didn't have a problem with any of the acting. I really liked that painting. There were or not the painting, but the monster from it.
Yeah.
That was creepy. The white eyes in that melty
The teeth.
black
Yeah.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
the teeth.
That was like creepy as hell. Like I thought it looked really cool. But yeah, that guy he was a pain in the ass. He sucked. I wish that girl would have got him with her demon shit. That would have been really awesome. The screenwriter was funny. I can't remember what his name was, but he was like, "My name Park, you are a genius." And like that was so funny. And then his killer comes out and just crushes him. All throughout the universe. This is like a universe anthology, kind of. If they would have had more time, it would have been like Go, but horror. If you remember that movie, that crazy anthology Go.
With Timothy Oliphant
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I can't remember who else, but
And Sarah Polley, I believe, is in that.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Um, but like his movies, like anyone that's watching a movie, it's his movie. Like I heard his name, Steve Park, but I know that's wrong. Um, he did the baby, wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah. By the way, if you stick for after the credits, there's like that whole
That's,
scene.
that's one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Yeah.
But they decided to not
Right,
showcase that, put it at the end.
right. But that was humorous. Um, the
Wah,
yeah, the scout
wah.
then Scout Taylor Compton is looking smoking hot and dating that weird going on a date with that weird guy. I was like, okay, well, I don't believe it, but whatever. She's way too
hope,
hot for him.
hope for weird guys everywhere.
Yeah, I get it, but look
They
what happened.
see the outcome.
There was a
Yeah.
moment though in that date where I was like, whenever he does the thing with the coasters, I was like, I wonder if Randy does that because you seem to keep a pretty. Have you ever had a girl try to put a fucking drink right on your table, Randy, and you're like, no.
Uh, I have a cheap coffee table, so I wouldn't care as much. But
Uh,
yes, I was entertaining a group of people, and I had a while. This was a while ago, but I had a big kitchen table, and I had coasters, and people were not setting their things on the coasters, and I was like, "Hey, what I put
He
these
said
out
these are
for if
for
you're
a
not going
fucking
to set
reason.
them on the coasters?" So,
I didn't
I
have
can hear
these
you.
for no reason.
yeah,
Clearly, there's a reason.
Those
I
decorations.
can hear you.
yeah,
I can see you.
Fucking slobs.
that's right.
um yeah, so she's like a human sculptor, so okay, spoiler alert, guys. Cool effect, like I said, cool effects all throughout. And then final story, that screamy girl summons evil
Yeah.
somehow. Their keyboard player
How did
summon.
she? Oh yeah, she
Remember?
figured.
Played the six notes,
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, all right,
six
whatever.
chords or whatever.
And then it loops back around the girl's an allegoria apparently. And she says it. I felt like Family Guy, he's like, there they said
Yeah.
it in the movie.
Said that. Said that.
uh but yeah, I mean, my biggest problem was the structure of the stories. They started and then they ended. It didn't even flow. I don't know. It felt jarring, but the way they did it, I feel like with this runtime, they could have done like 2 to 3 max and gave a few extra minutes to flesh out some
Something. Don't just
stories.
introduce. It would have been like if when we started this podcast, I introduced everybody and then we immediately ended it. I mean, there was all right, well, thanks for coming. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Not unwatchable, but I also gave it a 4. Um, I'm sure there's people that'll like it. I mean, I liked it for the effects. It's not that the stories were bad. They were just too chunky. They
Yeah.
start it was too abrupt. Everything was abrupt. It's like start action as if
It's
anything,
like
it should have
it
been
was
like
like
an
it's
hour.
like every segment was like an unfinished sentence. Like there, like he put the period there too early. He didn't quite finish the whole sentence.
Yeah.
Or
It was
maybe
just like,
maybe it could have
hey.
even been a run on, just one big run on, and
Mhm.
I don't know. What am I talking about here?
I don't
Is
know.
All
the
right,
mic?
you're
Is
up.
that
You're up.
good? Am I good?
Yep, you're
Uh,
good.
Yeah.
yeah. So anthology, they all seem to have their problems. What I considered the first story of the painter, the monster looked cool. Didn't quite understand the story. I thought since he became, they were calling him, he's an asshole and stuff. I thought maybe he just became so obsessed with getting his painting done or whatever that he just became this monster, and that's all it was. So I really don't know what exactly took place. Second story with the writer, what he writes manifests. We've seen this a few other times in movies, and then I guess the slasher character kind of takes over, rewrites the script. But at least this segment, we got a couple kills. We got to kind of introduce the practical effects in it. Third story with the rock star nerd guy, just the only word that could come to mind was basic. Everything was just basic. It's boring. It was just here it is, there it goes. But like it
The
just
minute she showed
came and went.
the Polaroids is when she showed the Polaroids. You're like, oh well, yeah, that's the
Yeah,
end of
yeah, 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 yeah.
it.
Yeah. Fourth story, or whatever it is, with the actress in the band. This one has some good horror elements, good music, had a little atmosphere, some more decent practical effects, and the actress, I think she's great. She's also in the next movie we'll be talking
Mhm.
about.
Yeah, she
And for
was.
a second, I was like, oh God, is this Spider One's baby? Is she gonna be in every movie he does?
Oh
But you know
yeah.
what? Don't really care because I think she's a great actress. This monologue that she gives it in this movie, I don't know how she can get the look in her eyes to look like that sometimes without actually having some freaking issues of hers.
Yeah,
Because she's
right.
got, I don't know, she looked terrifying at some point. Like either she was just going to kill that girl at any second, she was just going to rip her throat out, or she was going to break down and cry. There was so much emotion in her monologue. I think she's great.
Yeah.
Also, like the guy in the beginning. Um, Overall, everything's done well. It's just not a whole lot to the stories. I like the big baby scene at the end. In fact, whatever the segment is that they're watching it on TV, it was what's
The
the last
last
one,
one.
right? The
Yep.
band.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was even into that part, watching that. So yeah, I thought that was funny. Uh, I might pick this up someday down the road if I find it cheap, $4 or $5. I gave it a 5 out of 10.
Well,
Yeah.
let's see how he did a couple years later. This is from 2024. Little Bites. Um, Summary for this film. In a desperate attempt to protect her 10-year-old daughter, a young widow allows a nightmarish monster to slowly eat her alive. Written and directed by Spider One. Also, not bring. He's holding strong. I wonder if he just all of them. It's just me and myself. Randy, why don't you start this one off?
Okay. Right off the bat, I got to say, I loved this story idea. This is a great idea. Like, it was so well done. It kept me on the edge of my seat through the whole thing. I love the Aguilar, as that's how you say his name, John Skarloff. What a performance, right, guys? I mean, as this
Yeah, it
monster,
was really good.
I thought that he did good in the trailer. You're not prepared for how awesome he is in this movie.
Hmm.
I especially love the scene when he comes back after he leaves, towards the end, and he's talking to the girl at the door.
Yeah.
Creepy vibes the whole time.
You know what he reminded me of there was
What?
when Raphael has to go out on the street in Ninja Turtles.
Oh
Because he
yeah,
had like a fucking hat. Like,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
I was like, come
Just
on,
a
man.
Losing his
regular
tie.
Joe. Yeah,
And that's the point in the movie where I was like, I don't think this little girl is as fucking smart as everybody keeps saying she is. Because
yeah.
how didn't she know that dude was a monster? Well,
Oh, I know,
whatever.
right? Like, yeah, he looked like a monster in a trench coat. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Kind of looked
Um,
like a big monster in a trench coat.
yeah, exactly. But I liked the slow, like, I love the first half of this movie, especially. They do a really good job because you're like, is this broad just crazy? It's like a descent into madness. Is she just insane? There's a great cameo in the park. I don't want to ruin it, I guess, if somebody doesn't know about it, but
It's just a
we're
cameo.
okay. Well, so
It's not like a plot twist.
yeah, it's the chick from Friday the Third, or not Friday the Third. I'm sorry, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Heather
What's her name?
Langenkamp.
Heather Langenkamp. Yeah. So they're talking on this park bench, and the whole time I'm like, "There's no way this lady's real." You know what I mean? Like, I literally thought it was a figment of her imagination because it was just too. She shows the bites. You're just like, "There's no way," but maybe way. Like I don't know. I'm still after
I'm
the end of it.
assuming that
Yeah.
the way that happened, I'm assuming that she joined forces with her daughter and did a similar thing that what they do at the end of this movie.
I think so, if that's if that's the truth, right? Because the whole movie is an allegory for drug addiction, in my opinion.
I
So,
thought so. I thought drugs too because of the
yeah,
bite, right?
yeah,
Started thinking about what her mom said. Um, that life is a fucking monster. And like
hmm
this chick just seemed super sad. Just so sad. So I'm feeling like it wasn't drugs. It was like depression,
like
like
full on
eating
depression.
at
Yeah,
her. Yeah, like taking little bites of her away, and the only
Oh, you
one
guys
that can
look
take.
deep into this shit, man.
that's
I
a
just
Well,
thought
that's a
it was
I
a
good
mean,
little
that's
weird
I
guy.
had to make some sense of it
Yeah,
because it was
yeah,
like I was like,
way
okay,
deeper than
is
these.
this a real? Is this? Am I supposed to think that in the movie the demon's real? Okay,
I
she's
thought it was a
interacting.
damn
The daughter
Dracula.
sees it. So it's like how
well,
It's a Beetlejuice.
yeah,
it could
it's like if it's just like you know not real, then how did
what
he
is it,
get
right?
there?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So if it is just as straightforward as Dracula, even that story is great. That's the thing about this movie. They did a really good job for 99.9% of it, right? And
Mhm.
that's where we're gonna segue in. And the acting's great. I thought everybody did a really good job, but that's where I'm gonna get into the end of this because the end to me
Mhm.
is what made this go from for me a 9 out of 10 to a 7 out of 10 because that last 2 minutes, I was like, what the hell is this? Right?
But
If it's
like
not a,
if you're thinking that this was like an allegory for something,
yes,
that might make that ending a little bit more palatable.
more,
Right.
right. Because that's what
Like,
that's what made me start to think.
what would that action be though? Like, if it was drug addiction or depression, what they do be?
They're consuming the evil and to have the power over it, so
Yeah.
they no longer are being tormented by it. That's
Yeah.
what I took away from it. So,
Sure.
um, I don't know, but like I said, I don't know. It could be as simple though as they're crazy and they decided to eat the guy. So I don't. Sorry,
Yeah, it's
spoiler
just some
alert.
transient.
Yeah, right.
You know,
So, but I did like I said, I thought that I wish there was a little bit more backstory about this monster, like just a little. But the runtime's really good. I liked how deep you could take it in metaphor wise, the acting. This John Scarloff, amazing. If you're gonna watch this movie, I'm gonna buy this one for sure. This is a 7 out of 10 for me. So
Right.
Cool.
Shit. Yeah.
What?
what?
I had to scroll back through my notes. Sorry.
Oh,
I wanted to erase something that I said already. We learn immediately that this woman is being fed upon by this creature and that her daughter is staying with her mom. You'd think she'd just be like, Mom, there's a little creepy dude living in my house who eats small pieces of my flesh daily as a sort of communion to him of some sort. Yeah, like, can my daughter just stay over? There's a little dude here. Can my daughter just stay? Because otherwise her mom thinks there's all kinds of weird shit going on. So um, I always think this is one of those, you can explain this and show him the little dude, but of course he disappears at one point. So I don't know. It's always nice to see Barbara Crampton pop up. So looking
Still
great. I
hot.
mean, how
Still
does
looks
she
good.
look? How old is she? Because she doesn't look any older than 40 years old, man. Like
I think she's like
the
50s.
Oh,
Think.
I don't know. She's been around. What was Reanimator? What year was that?
Like 80.
yeah,
88,
yeah, it had to be in the
something like
late
that.
'80s
The But I
or
love the
early
creep.
'80s, was it?
I,
87.
I can't.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
thought
know.
it was late 70s almost.
Someone Google it.
yeah.
Working on
uh
it.
87,
I love
88.
the creature. Whatever the creature is, I love it. But I really wish at one point this woman would have like looked over at him and said, like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, I know you're fucking hungry, but have you tried mac and cheese? What about like a hamburger? Like, she doesn't fucking try to give him
If
anything
he
else. I
tried
know he
mac and
says,
cheese.
Well, she
I
does
know,
try to. She does try to bring a guy in, right? Well,
Yeah.
which is Chaz Bono, but yeah, right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
I
but yeah, I just,
didn't know
I'm,
who that was.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Oh
Yeah.
Like I
yeah,
knew the
yes.
name, I didn't know. I didn't know
does
it
a
was him.
does a great job.
He's great.
Yeah.
Uh, I thought, you know. That he was just you know what I originally thought? I thought that because he's a transgender man, I thought that he was the one
What?
that gave birth. Yeah,
Hmm?
The
Chastity
chubby
Bono.
guy
Chastity
Yeah.
at the bus
Bono
Yeah.
stop?
was the
Yeah.
That's a
girl. Yeah,
girl.
was the girl.
Used to be
But
Chastity Bono, and now it's Chaz. Yeah. Like 40
but
years, 30 years ago, something like
I
that.
thought
Yeah.
she was the one, or he was the one that had the baby. Remember, there was a trans man that had a baby. It was on People magazine, but it wasn't. That wasn't it.
No, that was
Chaz
No.
some
Bono
other guy.
danced with the stars. I thought that's all that he could do, but he's evidently a really good actor. That was my favorite part of the movie, probably, is that whole
Yeah.
section where she has to try to drag him down the steps.
He's
He
eating that
reminded me of
ice cream.
the guy off of was it Office Space,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stapler guy.
Oh, Milton. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's eating that ice cream. He's like, like, no, there's no way it tastes good. It's got cough syrup and
Right?
pills.
Right?
You
Come
don't
on,
like it?
man.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say
Whatever he said. I'm not
that.
saying
No,
that.
to him, I'm like, you look at that ice cream and
That
you're
was
like,
so good.
it's so
Yeah.
good. Get the fuck
Yeah,
out
and
of here.
he heard her in there smashing the pills up with
Well,
a
there
hammer.
was a whole pill and she dumped it in there, just a whole pill on top.
It's like crunchy. He's eating it. It's like,
That was
hey, I'll
excellent,
tell you,
excellent scene.
sometimes you're so lonely you'll eat whatever the girl brings over. So,
And then whenever, the when when the
Oh,
monster bites when the
never
monster
mind.
bites him and then doesn't want him because he tastes sad or whatever. And then
Yes.
she
yeah,
has to drag him back up the steps, and then she like wakes him up, and then that part's hilarious too. And
yeah.
I'm really surprised that they didn't like send a cop or something. Like if that happened to you, wouldn't you like get a hold of somebody, be like, something fucked up happened?
I'd report
I've been date raped.
it. Yeah,
um, yeah, I like the Heather Langenkamp cameo too. This thing kind of had notes of like Rumpelstiltskin or like kind of Little Shop of Horrors at some points where like I thought she was going to get into a Feed Me Seymour kind of
right.
situation with the thing,
Right.
but there's a lot to to like here. I just wish you knew anything about the monster because like he's just like a little ghoul. He's a little goblin,
Clearly,
and
it's been going on for a while, and we picked
yeah.
up
Where did he come from?
years.
Where did he come from?
Where
Where did
did
he
he
go?
go?
Yeah.
Cotton Eye
We're,
Joe.
like her husband died, right? So where did she meet him at? Like, was she at that park and he just rolled up and he's like, well, hello, right? Like,
Has
or
he
did
been
he
in the house
just,
since
yeah,
the
right?
husband?
Yeah.
Um, I think that Barbara Crampton should have got an on-screen death. That bothered me a lot. Like, you've got Barbara Crampton. You're going to kill her off screen behind a door. That's it. You're not going to give her the integrity of fucking a little bit of special effects makeup or something. Weird. Um, I wrote down, no wonder this lady's mom seems like a bitch. She's that damned evil nun I've heard so much
Yeah,
about from a few years ago. You can never trust an evil nun, dude. She will always look like a nun. Like she will always be that character. You can put her in
Is.
anything. Something
Ugh.
else. Harsh looking woman. The ending makes no sense. I do think Spider's writing has improved dramatically in just a couple years because I enjoyed this flight all the way through until it crash landed at the end with whatever the hell that was. It's definitely worth a watch, but damn it, there were so many different things they could have done to land that plane. They could have done a million fucking things, a million options. Choose your own adventure. I don't know why they chose to do what they did. Uh, I still don't know nothing about this awesome creature, but 7 out of 10 is what I gave it. Do you think they ran out of money or just didn't know how to end it? Like they were so close to like nailing it at the
the
end, and
more, you know what, the more I think about it, they did nail it. If it was in terms of the allegory, the
that could
demon,
be right.
the
Yeah.
demon's
I didn't
just
think about
there.
that.
Yeah. So like the demon, it's like we're taking him literally, but he just is there. And it like he delivers. The guy was amazing. Like what a creature. What an actor underneath all that makeup. But when she says, "Does God hate me?" and he just delivers that chilling, he doesn't hate you. He just doesn't care.
It doesn't care.
And
Yeah.
he's like, and she's like, "Is God real?" He's like, "Well, he must be. You believe in me." So like it was basically in my what I think is it was the pressures of life and being a single mom because her husband died like a long time ago. Like when her daughter was a baby, I think that's what I got from it. So she's just like freaking out. She doesn't know what to do. So little by little, life is eating away at her. And Heather Langenkamp comes along and she's got the same scars too. So, you know, she did her, she said those 3 stages, and the mom, or was it Chrissy? Is that how you say it? KRSY is her real name, the mom.
That's what I
I'm
wrote.
assuming.
Yeah.
Chrissy Fox is what I wrote as the
Yeah.
character.
She's
Yeah.
great. Like, holy cow. She's a really
Yeah.
good actress. Like, I want to check more of her stuff out. Like, she's real good. Um, the I wrote towards the end, I was like, the demon has to be depression. That's the only thing I can come up with at this point because he wasn't summoned, he wasn't bound to the house, he wasn't like
So
something.
that they talked about. She asked him about a way out earlier in the movie, and or she says something, and he says that I told you there's a way out, and she
And
said I don't want to do it, or I don't accept it, or whatever.
it's to
I think
give
it was
her daughter
sacrificing her
to it,
daughter.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sacrificing her daughter to him.
Yeah.
So that makes me think that it's not depression,
Well,
or that makes me
I
think
th-
that it is demonic. Now,
I think
if the only way out was to like kill herself, then I can see that being like uh, depression or even oppression, but from a DV. Like you
well
got one way out, you
he's
kill yourself.
saying that to give in to the monster is to pass that on, that feeling to her, like to continue on her path that she's on gives her that sadness and feeling, and the monster takes over her. The world, as John keeps saying, that the terrible
I
things
need
that
to
are
I need to
happening.
hear this commentary.
Yeah, I'd like to hear it too.
I need to fire one.
Because if he
I'll
just
fire
says,
one up right now.
yeah, if he just
I
said, I
got
don't know what it
questions.
is, yeah, it'd be pretty crazy.
Hey, it's
But
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
fire.
sorry.
like
Interpret it
Heather,
how you will.
like
Yeah.
so, Heather Langenkamp went through the exact same thing her character did, and she said her daughter got her through it. And the relationship between the uh Mindy is her name. Mindy and her mom is like real contentious. Like apparently she's messed up before. And they have like and she left home.
Yeah.
So they had like a
That's what
rocky
made me think it
relationship.
was drugs. That's why I thought it was drugs at
Well,
first. So
yeah, partly that too. Like I flip-flopped with a lot of like what they were really talking about. Um, but she said like they're going to leave at some point, talking about their daughters. They're going to leave at some point. It's enjoying the time you have while enjoying the time you have with them now before they go off and do their own thing. And then when she came back at the very, very end during the credits, they're older, a little bit older, she came back. So it's like their relationship's really good. So they're not, the depression demon ain't gnawing away at them anymore.
right.
Um, but yeah, so I like this one a lot. I dig the ending because only they can break through. And the sacrifice they were talking about was pushing her daughter away. If in the sense of this was like a depression monster. Not the exact opposite of Big Mouth on Netflix. I gave this one a 7 out of 10. It was cool.
So this is the second time I watched this one. Uh, First time through, had a big problem with the ending, and maybe I don't even understand this movie now. I thought it was a much simpler
Yeah, me too.
story than what you guys are saying. But and would the ending be better this time around? For me, the answer is no. But I like this creature. I like the way he looks, the way he talks, his demeanor. It's just he's a very casual creature. Like
Mhm.
everything, he doesn't get too excited, just even keel. Uh, Again, this actress, she's good.
Mhm.
I, Again, sometimes the look on her face is just like terror, and I don't think a lot of people can pull that off. It's nice to see the cameos. Um, Other than that, I like the movie up till the ending. Um, it's a little long in my opinion, and but I don't remember the first time seeming so long. So maybe that says something about the story and actually being into it up until the ending and time going by. But this one seemed to drag. Yeah, so I just thought, and I was even talking to Frank like last week that this was just kind of a thing where they killed the monster and now they become the monster. I mean, why are they sinking their teeth in and eating this thing all of a sudden? Um, and then I was like, I've seen this several times in other movies where, like, I just seen the basically that same scenario in a movie called Unwelcome. Uh, I that might still be on Shutter. I don't know. But I watched that, and that was kind of the same scenario. Like you kill this thing, and then you become that thing, and you're that thing until someone kills you. So
Hmm.
that's kind of what I thought this movie was. So maybe I don't know, maybe I'll revisit this some years later. But it's 6 out of 10 for me. I like it. This is probably the same way with Allegoria. If I find it cheap somewhere, I'll probably pick it up. But if he's going to continue to make movies, so this would still be super early in his career, and I
Mhm.
think that there is potential there. Even with Allegoria, you could see the potential in the stories. They just The writing wasn't quite there, but everything else was. So I think he'll get better. He may even surpass his brother one day. Who knows?
That's
But
what I was gonna ask.
He's got
yeah, 6 out of
he's
10
got
for
a
me.
distinct style. I
Yeah.
like his style. He's not trying to be, look at me, I'm Rob Zombie too. You know what I mean? He's got his own voice. You know what I mean? So I
His dialogue's a lot better than his brother's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I will say
sure.
that
Just think
the
of
way
the
characters talk is better.
oh
right.
yeah.
The upgrade in quality from Allegoria to this is like 10 times better. So yeah, by 3 or 4 movies from now, he should be
One
way
point
better.
better.
Yeah, well, right. 1%.
Well,
Yeah.
I got 1 point.
These
One
are
point better.
I
Yeah.
feel
One
like
percent
these are
better.
Yeah.
except for, technically these are like technically sound films. Like I feel like
Mhm.
that
For as
it's
early
not
as this
it's
is,
well made. Like they're both like especially this was Little Bites was really really well made. I
Mhm.
thought
Yeah.
there
Oh
was
yeah,
I
I
had
agree.
no problems like almost, you know what I mean? It was just like, it was just I didn't give it a 10, but I still like did enjoy this movie. Like it should be watched.
I was sitting there watching it and I was thinking, I was like, man, I picked a good one. I picked a good one. This is going to be a 9 or 10 out of 10. And then that last 2 minutes, I was like, okay,
Like imagine
7.
how good it would have been if he would have just made the monster eat them both. Like, and then that's it. What's wrong with the monster winning, guys? What's wrong? That makes it so much more impactful. Or they just kill it in a different way. I don't know why. That's the only problem I had with it
It
was
would have
that
been
fucking
cool if it was like a literal demon. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like that I would have loved to have seen that story, that
I,
backstory of him.
I'm gonna watch it again and see how it looks through the lens of allegory. He seems to like it. He likes allegory.
yeah.
I mean, he pretty much told us. I mean,
Allegoria. Yeah. Yeah. So,
I am
But
enough.
we also engaged with a submission from TikTok, the asthma journals. Is that how you say it? Is that what
yeah.
it is? They asked us
asthma.
to asthma.
ASMA, asthma. That's what I
I
was
don't know
saying.
what it stands
Yeah.
for. Um, they asked us to take a look at their content, and unfortunately, I don't think any of us really appreciated it to the degree to which they were hoping. Uh, the basic
I didn't
description
get to see it.
on the
I don't
YouTube
have. I
channel,
don't have an
You
opinion.
abstained.
he's staying out of
Yeah.
it. The description on the YouTube channel is we discovered an evil history tied to our new ranch. Something unimaginable from the past is trying to break through into our world as we continue to find VHS tapes and trail cam footage around the property. We are simply uploading the material to YouTube as we discover it on the ranch. We are trying to desperately to make sense of what we're seeing on these tapes. If you notice anything in the videos, you can explain these that can explain these mysterious events, please reach out to us right away. Thank you. Um, for me, right off the reading that, I was like, well, I'm not gonna like this. So like I was already predisposed to not liking it based on the simple fact that it's found footage and they're telling us right there that it's found footage. Um, I I hate found footage, but I really hate it when it looks like the fucking videotape they found in the ring. You know, it's like just random shit, just fucking gritty footage with some filter that's just like all kinds. That's what this is. But there's like sort of a narrative. I only watched two. I'll be honest. I only got through two, and I turned it off when they started
How long is
using
that? How long is two?
20
Two
Uh,
minutes.
episodes
20
Yeah,
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
total
So
or a
like,
three
piece?
three
yeah.
was no,
So the
I
first
believe it
thing,
was like 30 total.
there's 12 of
30.
these things. So I'm not,
Mm.
it's a lot. So the first one is basically like this bad shot. It's a bad shot of a dude standing on like a ranch. And
Mm.
it's shot so bad that it's like they wanted it to look amateur. It's like they did it on purpose, but they somehow
even though it's supposed to be bad quality, they made sure to mic him fine because you can hear him great. But it's just a weirdly framed shot of him. He's real small in the distance, and then there's another shot where there's like literally a fucking uh a flare, a solar flare off the camera, a lens flare or whatever, on right over his face. And it's also another small shot where he's introducing that he found a lock box that had VHS tapes in it. Now, from my experience as a person who buys VHS tapes, those tapes would have been fucked,
Oh,
completely fucked.
Yeah.
It would have fucked your VCR up. It would have fucked up everything. They would have had mold. It was a rusted old box. I don't care. But uh, I got 2 episodes in, and when the moment I stopped it, because it's all just like if you just shot, I don't know, like a cat turd and then like a fucking little dead rat or something, or like a little here's a cave, static shot of a cave, something moves across in the background, just like weird, like, like that type of shit. I turned it off whenever it was like they went to Google and typed in creepy old mutants and then just started putting pictures of random mutants up and stuff. And I was like, all right, guys. All right, guys. You got me. You got me. Now, whatever. I don't want to shit on this. I don't want to, but I did. When that happens, like it's like you it's just the natural reaction. I can't help it. I don't like this shit. I hate it. And I'm sorry that I hate your work. I hope you didn't have a lot of heart into it. So, guys, anybody other opinions other than that?
Yeah, I made it through 3 of them. I was going to watch the rest of them when we had more time, and it just wasn't worth my time. Look, I wanted to like this. I'm a guy that watches Ancient Aliens and Nuke's Top Five. I like this kind of stuff. I like, but Frank's right. Like the opening of it is so ridiculous, and I just didn't buy into it. When you're doing something like this, I have to buy into it a little. I want to believe that I'm watching something that is real like this because it adds to the. Otherwise, you're just watching some nonsense, and it's nonsense. So I want to be sucked into a little bit. I everything's disjointed. All 3 of these episodes that I watched were just crazy nonsense happening, baffling camera choices, tape rolls and music and sounds that were just to throw you off. Even if I was super high, I don't believe this would have been fun to watch.
I was super
Yeah.
super high.
He was
Okay.
I
super,
was super
high.
Yeah, like I mean, I was like,
sucks. Still
that's why you
sucks.
didn't understand it.
I have an edible, and I was like thinking about taking it and then trying to watch the rest of them, and I'm like, I'm not wasting that edible. So yeah, there is a story here about this guy that owns this ranch, and weird shit's happened on it, and he is which I feel like they're ripping off a real ranch that's actually got some stuff going on.
Yeah,
That there's
Skinwalker
scientists
Ranch, right?
Skinwalker
Is that
Ranch, right? But they didn't do anything that was like impressive. And I think episode 3, there's the guy finds a box, like a big metal box, and he opens it and a monster comes out, and you can't see it for shit. And then he hides from it, and then it just cuts off. And I'm like, you know what? I don't have time for this kind of thing. I want to like this. I want to watch this, something you do, because it seems like you have some ideas, but I'm not going to continue to watch 12 episodes of this thing and be bored out of my mind. And the noises and things were just bothering me. It's just not, it was not,
What do you think?
it
What do you
wasn't
think the
fun.
purpose of the? What do you think the purpose of the fucking music that they played at the beginning? Remember they had like that Jesus song
That Jesus
about,
song, I have no
and then
idea.
they had like a credit off to the side, like it was a preacher or
Like it was
something.
an original song by
Maybe it
Jesus
was.
Jones or whatever. Yeah. Look, again, I don't want to shit all over it. I think you guys probably worked kind of hard on some of it, but 3 out of 10 is what I gave, what I could get through. Maybe someday I'll revisit it. Maybe I'll have a different feeling, but I didn't see anything here that made me want to continue your story. So sorry.
Yeah, so obviously ultra low budget. I don't know if it was AI, but lots of CG. Um, the it was just I don't know. It was just weird. I like this kind of stuff, but
Yeah.
there was just too much. Like the idea is cool. Guy buys a ranch, weird shit starts happening. There's a story there, so make it a story. All right, we don't need, like you said, Frank, like a movie from the ring. You know, you don't have to sensationalize every single shot. Like you're allowed to have, get us engaged. I was engaged. The story's there, guys. The story's there. Just do better.
Do
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 better.
it better.
Like,
better.
yeah, like Brink's little sister. If you ever saw that Disney movie Brink, skate better. Yes. I didn't think of skate better. Why? Awesome. And he skated better and he won. Skate better, guys. I'm not
Do it
knocking you.
better.
Tried, done more than I did. So cool. That's super cool. You got views. I'm sure there's got to be people that like your stuff. Got views.
there's a lot of people because it's a
Tone
lot
it
of buzz.
down. Like tone it down on the filters, like the VHS filters, because some of it just you could tell it was shot high quality and just something overlaid. Whatever the Sean Abigail, that guy that was interviewing, that was the best footage of all. That looked to be the most analog and what they were going for. So
Yeah.
got potential there. It could be I'll probably end up watching the rest of them.
I won't, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you submitted and
I like
messaged
this.
us.
I like this
But
style. So
check
I
it
feel like
out.
I'm gonna watch it. I'll probably end up watching it. Don't get me wrong. The potential's there. Some of
Did
that
this have a
some of
did
that
this have a
alien
trailer?
compositing was cool. There were a
Yes.
Does it
couple
have a
good alien
trailer?
compositing shots that looked
I don't know.
okay. So
I
I'm just saying. Let's vet these things a little bit better. Um, let's not be an Andy and not say no. If it looks like it's the slightest
I
who's
bit
mean,
Andy?
not good, then
that's
let's
our
not do it.
realm of that's our work shit.
Oh, okay. I'm like, who the fuck's Andy?
It's just
yeah,
a
we're not
guy who
intentionally roasting anyone, but
it's not
No.
a guy who
No,
knows.
I
He
hate
never
look,
says no.
look. I don't know.
Let's
No,
not do everything.
I don't know. I don't mind. uh, I mean, if what are we gonna just everything that's submitted to us has to be good? No,
no, not
I'm
everything.
No.
fine
No,
with
Yeah.
not
it.
even everything we watch is good.
I like Jason
No,
said,
If
It's
what I'm saying is,
just
if
part of
this
it.
had a trailer and you guys watched the trailer and still said, "Well, let's give it a chance," and then you
Yeah,
all come on here and just not enjoy yourselves at all, like you guys, no one even watched all of them. I'm just saying, if there was a trailer submitted, shame on them if they made the trailer look a
I
lot
would have
better than
known.
what it is.
I would have known by the trailer that I didn't like it because it's found footage. So I would have already known. I'm like,
You don't like found footage?
fuck no, I can't even like even the ones that are good. I'm like LLC,
I thought you were coming
LLC.
around with me. What? All right, never mind.
I like
Get
that
back to
one.
the
I mean,
car.
I
Get
said
the hell out of
there's a
here.
couple I like,
yeah.
but like even like the best ones, I'm still like, fuck, come on, guys, hold the goddamn camera steady. Please just make a fucking narrative film. I don't need this
yeah,
extra.
yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
it's just
Not
my
everything
preference.
has to be a fucking art house film. You're like,
I'm saying, if we get a trailer and the trailer looks shitty, just say no. If it looks
Okay.
like there's potential, we'll give it a go. But I'm just saying, like,
I thought
if it
it
looks
had.
shitty,
Listen. I thought it did have potential when I watched it.
Well, yeah,
After
when
that,
you first started telling me about it, guys, I looked it up. I was like, there's a lot of great reviews on it about it. Like a lot of people really like this.
that's
So I
awesome.
was like, oh, cool, I'll check it out.
again,
Yeah, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
was there a trailer for this or not?
Did
There
we
is a
get a
trailer.
trailer?
Hang on.
There's
I
a
can find
trailer
it.
on
Let me
on
see if I can
YouTube
find
for
one.
it. I know I saw it. So
I just
Okay.
want
it's
Jason to see whatever the trailer is, since
Yeah,
he
'cause
didn't
No, I
watch
don't need to
it.
watch a trailer. I don't need to watch the trailer. No,
yeah.
I watched some of the first episode. I thought You guys said it was only like 10 minutes long. So maybe
Yeah,
I got
like
into
Like
the
not
second
the first
episode.
two are 9 each, and then I think 3 is
Okay, so
10.
I think I got into
Yeah.
the second one because it was over
I mean,
10
they're
minutes.
doing just
Sure.
fine. They've got
Yeah, of
40.2
course.
thousand subscribers.
Well, I don't
Bro,
think
who
you
the
guys
fuck
say
are
anything
we?
really
We're not,
bad about it.
dude. We're just four
no,
guys
I
watching movies.
I
Who
mean,
cares?
I said that they
yeah.
at one point just took Google images and popped them up on the screen in
That
like
sounds
sort of a
bad. That
slideshow
sounds bad.
fashion.
But other than that,
Yeah, I mean, if you like found footage, fine.
Give it a
It's fine
shot.
and
Who
dandy.
cares?
But
Yeah, it's
like for me, it was a lot of
Oh,
like,
you got
what am
fans.
I even looking at right now? That could be anything. Like you've put so many filters on it. You've made it so dark. Oh, we're gonna stare at this hallway. Am I? And it'd be like,
that's
it,
good. That's good
it,
feedback.
it felt like, when you watch the stuff like Randy was talking about Nuke's top five, and it's like there's a static camera. You're always watching where's this movement going to happen. And then in this thing, there was a lot of times when there was nothing that happened. You were just staring at a thing, and then nothing would happen. And it's like, all right, what is this? What, a Skinnamarink dink?
It
What are we
gave
doing?
those vibes for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Definitely in the
Skinnamarink
ballpark.
shit.
I like,
But
but this is this. You know what? I am gonna watch the rest of them at least.
I'm still not
I
going
only got
to.
to 5, so
yeah.
let's
Did
go.
better than me. Everybody did better than me.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be
Uh,
like a pretty cool ending or current. If it's ongoing, I'm not even sure. But fuck it, I'm gonna keep going.
I
Let's
don't
see it.
know. I'm
Get
out.
better.
Sorry,
I want
guys.
to see it improve. Get better.
Yeah, yeah. So, uh, what's your picks for next time, guys? I think Jason was switching things up.
Yeah,
Sean,
I
what did you
watched
pick?
my pick, and it's not a good movie. So
Oh,
I don't want to talk about
did it have a trailer?
it.
Did it have a trailer,
It was
Jason?
that one. It was that one
It
he
did. I
put in
posted
the
it.
group
Oh,
chat. It
yeah.
was that. What was it? Bloody axe wound or something
Trailer.
like that.
Yeah. Trailer looks good.
Yeah,
The
actually, I
movie's
like
not.
the title, so I was
The
like
movie's
kind of
not
excited.
horrible. I don't want to talk about
No,
it.
fair enough.
I'm gonna pick a different one.
I picked.
Uh,
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I'm on a delay here. Like there's obviously
Oh. No
Oh.
problem. All right. So my pick was I think it hit Shutter today. Is brand new John Lithgow horror movie. I love John Lithgow. It's called The
I
Game
watched the
of
trailer.
Jenny Penn. I
What's
didn't
it
watch the
called?
trailer
Yeah.
yet. I don't
What's trailer?
care. I'm watching it anyways.
What's it called?
The Game of Jenny Penn.
Oh, okay.
Shutter.
Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. Find a trailer. Jenny Penn, you say?
The Game
Yeah.
of Jenny Penn.
The game
Jenn.
You
of.
don't have that queued up already? He sent it to you like a day ago.
No, I have shit to do sometimes.
Oh, okay.
What the
What did a cat
That's the
just jump
fight.
on your?
Give me shit because I don't have a trailer up. Eat shit,
Kill
Randy.
that man, cat! Kill that man!
No, I was not going to play any because I didn't want to fucking do it. But here we go. It's IFC
Fair
film.
enough.
A fucking hell of a trailer, I'll tell you. Looks like it's about a 3 minute or
Oh man.
so.
Classic style.
They're really.
It's gonna
It's
give
probably
me
got
the
like
whole movie.
extra at the end. Here we go. There we go. Let's get this baby going.
Oh, The Rule of Jenny Penn. Sorry.
Oh, the rule.
Rule of Jenny Penn. Apologies.
then I'm gone.
Oh, and Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay clear of that lot over there. They're nuts. Give them toys to play with like children.
What's going to happen is you'll get worse and worse till you can't speak or even lift a finger. But that's if you can still think straight enough to know what kind of hell you're in. My whole life, I've been so bored. But time, it seems, has awarded me certain advantages. Be a waste not to honor that, don't you think?
He's the menace here. He's been at me from the jump. Where there are no lines, hyenas roar. Enjoy your hidey hole.
Who rules? Jimmy Pin. That's right. We don't stop playing because we get old. We get old because we stop playing.
Hello, Ginny Pin.
Yeah. Good night, Jenny Pin.
Damn.
Wow.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I am
What a
stoked.
film.
Yeah,
He's great at being crazy. He's the only season of Dexter I like, really. What was his character?
I don't know. How can you say that? I don't
I don't remember.
You like the ice truck
I'm allowed
killer
to not
season?
like stuff sometimes.
Oh my god.
God, you get so offended.
It's just so crazy. Like it's like one of
I
the
don't
best
like
shows I've ever
TV
seen in my
series,
entire
dude.
life, and you're like, yeah.
I don't
like one
fucking watch
season of
TV series. How much time of your life was that? Look, dude, I watched it all.
Oh,
My
how
wife
much
watched
time
it.
do
I
you
was in
got?
the
How
fucking
much time
room.
you got?
I mean, but I was in the room,
I
so I
got
watched
6
it all.
minutes a day. 6 minutes a day. That's what I got.
Oh my god.
I just don't give a fuck. I don't like it. Why? Jesus Christ, man. Get off my dick.
You're the one that said it. You said it's the only season of that show I liked.
Yeah, and you got offended like I said something racist.
No, I just said I
Yeah,
can't believe
this
your
guy.
truth sometimes.
This guy over here. Get him out of here.
Anyways, show and tell, boys. What do you got?
Well, what was Jason's pick?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, I
Sorry.
recently discovered that out of all the reviews we've done, we have not covered the Hatchet series, so we're going to start with that.
All right.
Hatchet.
Yeah.
Good one.
I want to talk about them.
All right.
Do you want me to pull the trailer up?
No, we've all
all
seen Hatchet. Just kind of talk about it.
Maybe I'll overlay a picture or something.
Well, no, you said you only see the first one or something.
I've only
right?
seen the first one. I own it, but I haven't. Maybe I've seen the second one. It seems like I would have seen the second one, but there were three of them, four.
Yeah, there's 3. Oh, there's 4? I've only
There's
seen
Victor
3.
Crowley.
4.
Oh, yeah, I've only
Does
seen 3.
Kane Hodder play him in all the movies?
Think so.
I don't know.
Is it
Probably.
Kane? Oh.
It was. I mean, I'm assuming they're all him. I don't know. We'll find out, won't
Yeah.
we?
And we're probably going to end up. We were talking about this the other day that we're probably going to end up going over some stuff that we've already kind of covered. Jason said he wants to do what was the trilogy you wanted to do?
Well,
The
yeah.
Gates of Hell?
Now that John's on, I know he's a big Fulci fan. And it's been a while since we talked about him, so I want to do the Gates of Hell trilogy.
And I think Randy might have been on for 1 or 2 of those, but I don't know if he watched the movies or whatever.
I think I watched like 2 of them, but I didn't see
Deep
that.
Red,
There was
maybe.
one I didn't watch. Yeah.
But that wasn't.
So
That's not part of the trilogy, is it? That's just a Fulci
That
movie.
what's the Gates of
What
Hell
is the
Deep
from
Red.
Beyond, right?
Deep
Yeah,
Red's
Deep Red's not Fulci.
Okay, well,
Oh,
what's the Gates of Hell trilogy?
who the
Which
fuck's
is that
Deep Red?
that's
Argento.
from Beyond?
so it's City of the Living Dead,
I have seen that one.
The Beyond,
The Beyond. Okay, I think I
House
saw that one,
House by the Cemetery.
That's
and I
it.
have that. I actually have
Oh,
that one on Blu-ray. So
Yeah.
yeah,
that's the one with Bob, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I want some candy. I want some
So I've
candy.
seen all of
Yeah.
those. I've seen all of those now, but I haven't seen. I didn't see them when we were doing it earlier. So yeah, I don't
I want
think
to
I
watch them in
talked to you.
order.
Love them.
Yeah,
Love them.
I don't think we watched them in order, so that'll be
yeah.
interesting. Anyways, show and tell, guys.
Yeah, I'll go. I got three quick movies, and it's funny because you mentioned this earlier, Frank. I don't know if it was a shot at it or what, but Rumpelstiltskin
Oh
No,
shit.
I
got
love that
that.
one.
Ah, that's a
I
good
got
one.
this
One.
on 4K. I really love
Oh,
this
Wow,
on this artwork here. I really
that
love
oh,
is really cool shit there.
I
that
really
is
love
Nice.
that. But
very
yeah, pretty cool. Then I picked up the Two Witches from Arrow.
There you
Hell
go.
yeah.
Love
And then
that.
finally, I missed the what I don't know if it's a special edition or whatever. John has it, but I finally got Trick or Treat 4K.
Yeah.
Nice.
Such a big upgrade from. And John, is this? I'm guessing this artwork here is this the VHS artwork?
yeah. Oh,
Because
for
the,
sure.
the white back like gave it away. Like as soon as I saw that, I was like,
Yeah.
that's got to be the VHS
100%.
cover. So
Yeah.
The
yeah,
one
right on.
I used to have the shitty one with Ozzy and Gene Simmons on the front.
I have that
Like,
one.
dude,
Like that
Have
is the
that one.
worst artwork ever.
I know.
Just-
That was like just some random images and just slapped them on a cover.
two side characters. Really
Yeah.
fucking.
Oh
I
my
bet it
God.
sold a lot of movies just for those two pictures on the front.
That's true.
People just walking by. Fuck yeah, man! We'll get this movie.
Yeah. Ozzy.
Yeah.
You want to go,
Um,
John?
yeah, I'll go. So a couple weeks ago we went to like Youngstown, Ohio for my baby cousin's birthday party, and right down the road's a cool toy store called Renegade Toys. I found something I've been looking for such a good price for such a long time that I had to scoop it up. It's the Silent Screamers Metropolis figure
Oh wow.
from like two was it 99 I think or something like that. I can't find the date on it. Anyways, she's I'm not opening this. So don't if I find an open one, I'll buy it, but like she's the only one that's like superposable. She's all wired to her chair and stuff. I don't know if you can see that. Like it's a pretty intricate one. And
Really cool.
yeah, it's super rad. And then the other night on Saturday, me, my daughter, and Dave, former member of the show, we went to Monroeville Mall. We have a Living Dead museum with like they got like the fucking the elevator from Dawn of the Dead in a whole display. Yep, with Flyboy in zombied out in it and stuff, and a whole bunch of other props like helicopter head and
Oh
shit.
wow.
It's so cool. It's only $8 to tour it like on a normal time. Anyways, for $10, they were doing a screening of Evil Dead 2, um, a an evening with Rick Catazzoni. He did like the animation for the creep shows. Like all the animated segments were him. He animated Ash's hand going
Oh
around.
nice.
So then he showcased his book. And when I not realizing that he was the animator of Creepshow 2, I told him like the first time I saw just by chance randomly the Creepshow 2 end of the Creepshow 2 segment with those Venus flytraps tearing that dude apart, and how much it stuck with me because I was a little kid at the time. I think I was like 8 or something like that, and I'm trying to look for the picture. Anyways, oh yeah, here it is.
Nice.
That's really cool.
So that was cool getting to tell him about that. And he signed the book and everything. So that was really
Very
awesome.
cool.
One thing he had for sale, he had actual animation cells from Creepshow 2 for sale. They were like, he had like one of the bully, it was like 120, and then the rest were 200 because he had like the creep and the kid. Those were like the bulk of them, but like screen used cells, like come on, that's so
Yeah.
cool. I wish I had the money. Like that would have been sweet. And then, but up in the museum, in the gift shop, books 1 and 2 tells you
Very cool.
he's like his secrets, all from what back in the day. It's so cool.
So the Tom Savini, like all of his secrets for doing his special effects.
Yep. Talks
Nice.
about like, there's Creep Show, talking about
Huh.
how he did it and stuff like that. The burning, all that stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so if you guys ever come to Monroeville, that's a
Jason Frank road trip.
before I mean, listen, straight up before
I'm still angry he was in Ohio and didn't say anything to us.
oh
But
come
I
you
mean,
guys are all the way on the other side.
good.
He went, what did
I know, it's
he
the
went to
font.
Cleveland?
It's the font. If I was,
But that, no, Youngstown's like right over the border.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Into Ohio.
It's a good drive
yeah.
for us.
But like legit, the mall was from what the guys at the store told me, Monroeville Mall, the iconic Dawn of the Dead Mall, was bought by Walmart.
Oh my.
So they're saying like something
Wow.
is gonna happen next year. No one knows what's gonna happen next year. So
What would Walmart want a mall for?
I don't know.
Walmart.
But they tear
they
that down.
need to raise it or convert
Yeah.
it to like a fucking Costco size Walmart, like
Yeah, they're
in
gonna fuck that up.
Idiocracy.
Yeah,
That's
I'd flip out.
terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Huh.
Welcome to Walmart. I love you.
I love you. Well,
That's all I got.
I went to Horror Hounds in Cincinnati, and I got a couple of things when I was there. I got my Terrifier 3 signed by Damien Leone.
Cool.
It says "Stay terrified." Crazy thing. His line, like there was nobody in his line. Frank, do you guys know? I mean, are people mad at him for some reason?
Got a little
I can't-
political, I think. People
Damien
not like
did? I thought
Yeah.
or he had
thought
Damien and
David
people didn't like it.
David's what's his name? David Thornton what's his name? Is that his name?
David Howard Thornton. Yeah.
He's really fucking political. He's crazy on there.
Well, I couldn't say the guy was super nice. Damien Leone. He took time and talked to everybody that was in line. He asked me, he's like, which out of the three the most? And I said, look, I love Terrifier 3, right? It was great. Part 1 is fun, but part 2 is freaking amazing. I was like, that's you create your own mythology. You've got an actress I'd never seen anything before, giving a great performance. You have Howard Thornton creating basically an iconic character. It's where it blew up. I think it's the better of the three. That's just my opinion. He agreed. He actually said, I think it is too, which I thought was really cool. So yeah. So I gave him a fist bump and was out. Then I went onto the floor and I found this guy selling VHSs, and I got Leatherface Texas Chainsaw 3 on VHS.
Oh shit! Video store copy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's in real good shape. No mold. Get into it. Frank, you got to get that.
Matt McCarthy, man.
Yeah. Yep. And then I've never seen this on physical media, so I picked it up. It was only $10. Late Phases. We did a review of this one.
That's awesome.
Oh
movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen that out in the wild anywhere.
No, me neither.
I got it on DVD, but I'm not sure I've seen it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, so
That
I was
dude's
like,
name,
It might be
that
out, it might
blind
just be
dude.
out of print.
yeah, the
That's
guy's
that's
blind.
actually the movie that got me to start converting all my black DVD cases to the clear
Uh,
because the that movie came with a clear one. I was like, it looks so much better.
Yeah.
I wish
And
the Blu-ray wasn't blue either. Why'd they do that? Why'd they
right.
make it black? Come on.
And then I was walking around a
There it is.
kiosk that had Texas Chainsaw 2, the one that you had, Jason. How much did you pay for yours,
Yeah.
if you don't mind? I got mine
Oh,
for
I don't
35.
remember.
Okay. I thought
Mine was
30.
right around there.
I was like, that's a pretty good deal. And all the other, sets like this that were on their kiosk were like $50. So I was like, why not?
The poster alone was worth $30.
Absolutely. I'm gonna get
Hey,
it framed.
get that thing out there and smell it. Open that up, smell that box.
Yeah.
That's such a good smell, man. I'm telling you.
I haven't smelled a box that good in a while. So,
there you
Yeah.
go.
so that's
fresh
that. And then on the other thing I had was I had some Amazon rewards points, and they had dropped the price. This has been on my wish list for a while. Exorcist 3 on 4K.
Nice.
And so I got it for $25 because I, knocked the points down with $10. But it's got the theatrical cut and the Legion director's cut, which I'd never seen before. So I watched it. Have you guys seen the Legion cut?
No,
I don't think so.
It's like a completely different movie. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like they take, because some of the way they explain it at the beginning is some of the footage was lost, like the actual film, but they had a VHS of it. So that's the weird part, is some of it transitions into like a VHS.
Oh yeah, that's Scream Factory, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
They did that for
that's on the
Nightbreed.
DVD or the Blu-ray.
So I had never seen it, so I watched it. I liked it. It's a different version, but I still think I like the original version better, in my opinion.
I did too. Yep.
Yeah, but what a nice set. I really like this cover, and then the it's got a cool insert with a bunch of behind the scenes stuff. I don't know if you guys see it, but
Very cool.
And yeah, but so I was like, this is one I wanted for a long time, and I finally got it. So yeah.
Does that have the original artwork on the reverse?
I didn't pull it out to look.
I bet it does.
Yes, it does.
Oh yeah,
it does. So,
yeah, gotta flip that around. Gotta flip that around.
Yep.
I like the new artwork more.
I do too. I actually kind of
Well,
like
that's
what's
what's on the slip cover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
There
I'm
you go.
saying. You got
best of both worlds.
Right. if it's the same image on the slip cover and the inside, it drives me nuts. I don't know why.
Yeah,
why I do it. Golly.
Well, I got it fixed. So
There you go.
Good job.
There you
Now
go.
I can sleep
You
tonight.
can enjoy them both.
Think about changing it.
You see Randy's movie.
Just not like changing.
Change that cover. I can't even sleep.
Jason's just gonna stop by sometime and just check. I just want to check something real quick.
It is kind of cool. So now you got the transition.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Cool.
Makes sense.
But honestly, that's probably it for me for a couple of months, because I just found out today I made an error on my taxes.
I want to be a dad.
Oh shit.
God, I wish. I'd rather that happen. At least I have something to show for it. But yeah, I owe taxes. So I made a fucking error on my last year's stuff. So I have $1,000 I have to pay. So, yeah. So probably no more stuff for me for a couple of months.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, I've been buying stuff. I haven't been ordering anything online, but I've been buying stuff. I haven't found any horror though. So everything I have is not fucking horror at all. Like I got, and I don't know if I've showed it.
Breaking rules. Here we go.
Yeah.
Encino Man.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Got my hands on that.
Love that flick. Still holds up, Frank.
Cabin Boy, huh?
Yes, sir.
Terrible.
Fans of Chris Elliott. How about this one, Randy? Doc Hollywood, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Terrible.
One of the best performances by Michael J. Fox, in my opinion.
You got Hitchhiker's Guide right there.
Terrible.
Love that flick.
Now here he goes. Let's see how he responds to this.
Hey,
original
Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. There's a couple I couldn't pass up. The
Hell
Crocodile.
Nice.
Nice.
You got your Ninja Turtles 2.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Secret of News.
You got Scary Movie 3.
I like that one. All right.
Get out of
It's
here.
fun. It's
It's got some
funny.
Leslie
Next.
Nielsen. Princess Bride.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Dark Man, huh? That's a little Tom Savini action.
Trash.
That's a
Get
good
out
one.
of
Or
here.
not Tom Savini. Is that Tom Savini? It's Sam
That's Sam
Raimi.
Raimi.
Sam
Yeah.
Raimi.
Sam-
Who does the special effects? There's
I
good
don't know.
special effects on that.
Not sure.
I didn't slip up.
Who said Tom Segura?
Tom
Good
Segura,
thought.
Great
Yeah.
Outdoors.
Great
Oh,
Outdoors.
classic.
Classic, yeah. Legend. You
I
know,
love
Classic.
that flick.
you
All
got,
right, you're coming back. You're coming
you
back.
got you
You're
got your
okay.
Big
Ah,
Trouble.
Yeah.
You're redeeming yourself.
Yes.
Here we go, Willow. Huh?
Fuck.
Yes.
Yeah,
And last but not least, Monty Python and the Holy
Yes.
Grail.
I can do it. I can do it.
But
You got like a
yeah,
50%.
I've been going to fucking
60%.
thrift stores like crazy, and nobody has fucking horror that I want. I'm not gonna say there wasn't any horror because I'm sure I saw probably 15 fucking copies of like the shit that's always at fucking thrift stores, like uh Dark City and fucking
I,
you know,
I at mine. I always see there's one. It's When Darkness Falls.
yeah.
It's every one of the ones I go to here in
That's
Columbus.
that's one. Silence of the Lambs is very common.
Oh, very.
You know, and then I wanted to go to the goddamn library because that videotape that you have, Randy, that you found. I was hoping, they would have a VHS. They were having a VHS sale. I don't know why the fuck they still have VHSs at all in the library, but I was thinking, should I go up there and see what they got? And I was like, I bet they don't. I bet it'd be a bunch of bullshit if I go up there. Like they ain't got like some deep cut weird shit on VHS, like a copy of Halloween 3 that's like cut like that,
Yeah.
But I messaged them and asked if they had any horror and did not get a reply. So I'll be out
Good
there.
job.
I like
Good job, Kenton Library. Thanks for responding.
I could just go online and order shit, but I like to find it out in the
The
places,
thrill of the hunt.
Yeah, and our Walmart has
Well,
the worst fucking
nice to shop.
selection.
Yeah.
I went to the Walmart last night and looked. They had Terrifier 3, but I don't want to buy it yet. I want to wait till the fucking box set comes out or the fourth one comes out. Whenever they're done with it, whenever they're done, I'll get them all in one set. I don't want to buy them multiple times. But that was the only thing I saw there aside from like the Saw movies, all of them. And then the little toy section that you got, Randy, where you got all that cool shit. All they have there is a Ninja Turtle. I think that I saw there must be making Sesame Street ones now.
Yeah.
Sesame Street. There's like a Bert, and then there was a Gremlin. So not much.
Yeah, our
I'm
place
out.
hasn't restocked the horror section for a couple of weeks now, which is disappointing. So, but
I'm always looking for those little indie shops too. We went, out of town the other day, and I was like, well, what we got? We got a little indie weird game store that's like, there's a million of those nowadays. You can find these little weird stores that sell media and shit. So, yeah. But anyways, that's the episode, guys.
All right.
All right, guys.
See
Good
you.
one.
Good night. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Lock
See you
it.
later.
See you
Be
guys.
careful of these tornadoes coming up.
Yeah, it's supposed to be bad up your way I mean, probably all of Ohio, but
And probably
propaganda.
Probably everywhere.
Fake news. Tornadoes are created by.
Tornadoes are gay.
Yeah.
Actually gay.
Windmills kill
Bernie
birds and create
Sanders.
tornadoes.
Bernie Sanders
I'm out
did
here.
it.
See you
All right,
guys
later.
All right. Good
See you
night.
guys. Good night.